Using ambient lighting for Christmas decorating is one of the best, most captivating ways to light up your home and put Christmas spirit in the air. It can illuminate a small area all about the home and make great decorating. With metallic paints from Plaid, we're going to fix these up and we're going to add some lights. All the items you see here come from the Dollar Tree. So for each sign, it's going to cost you roughly $3. On the Let It Snow, I used the sterling silver in the metallic, and I also did the snowflake, but I went back with my white on the snowflake over top of the silver, and you can kind of see that incandescence down behind it. On this one is the metallic blue topaz. Now all these are folk art Plaid paints. To add more interest to this, I took the silver and I just took and dry brushed it so you can kind of see on the outside of the snowflake. Take my black paint marker and I'm just going to go around the outer edges, a little more definition, and make it stand out just a tad bit more. Because these won't be lit all the time, or they could be lit all the time, but then this will add some interest so that if it's a bright area, you can still make out the Let It Snow. For the merry and bright, the merry part is done in the new bright red metallic. This is brand new. They've just come out with this. The bright is done with the Periwinkle, and the green is brand new. This is actually called Christmas green. The middle was done in silver, and then I went over it with white, and it give it this really light colored blue that has a little bit of metallic in it. Same thing on this one. I'm going to take my black marker, and to make these letters pop, I'm just going to give them a little bit of accenting. But I'm just going to go around the outer edge on some of the letters, especially the outer perimeter. Really accentuates it and makes it stand out more. And then in the curled areas as well. The piece on earth, this is the metallic ice blue. The center was metallic ice blue, and I went over it with white, and then the star was done with the Inca gold on top of the pure gold. I also dry brushed it with the silver as well, and I'll do the same thing with the letters on the piece. Okay, now I'm doing the piece on earth. This is warm white, and I put jenga block on the T, the N, and the back of the P, and I'm going to hold it still for just a moment so you can see how I've strung those lights. Okay, now it's a matter of gluing it to the star. And all I'm going to do is just line it up and get it centered. Now on the merry and bright, I'm going to hold this still for a moment so you can see how I have the lights glued. And now I'm going to glue this down to the tree. Okay, I'm going to hold this still. This is the Let It Snow, so that you can see where I've got the lights. And now I'm going to put 4 jenga blocks on this particular one. Now I'm going to glue it to the snowflake. And voila, we have our Let It Snow. For the piece on earth, to cover up the small hole, because I didn't paint it or any of that, I'm just going to put a little bit of greenery on there with some berries and some pine cones. To make me an easel for my sign, I'm going to take one of these jumbo sticks and I'm going to cut them to where they are smooth and there's no round on it. The next thing you do is you take a piece of ribbon that's twice as wide as the area, so it's going to be double. We make sure we cut this, and you're going to glue it onto the stick and to the board. You're not going to glue the stick to the board at all. You're only gluing the ribbon to the board and to the stick. Now you have your easel. So I placed a snowflake from the Dollar Tree out of the ornament packs, the little sticker ornament packs. I painted it white with my paint marker, and that takes care of Let It Snow. I've also added an easel to the back of it as well. You'll have to counter the balance on it if you do it at its point. And voila, there we have Let It Snow. Now our assembler pack, they have the stars. To place that star up there, also has an easel.
Merry Christmas, y'all. I've sure appreciated this whole year and all of your support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until the next DIY, I'll be crafting, y'all.